Thank you, Jamaica, for your support and your love. I would always appreciate it.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. Guys, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Please subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So guys, this video has been making the rounds on social media for the past 2 days. An interview on all angles by Dionne Jackson Miller with the outgoing DPP Paula Llewellyn. I'm going to let you watch the video and then I'll come back.
Did it have anything to do with your confidence as to whether you could acquit yourself and the office?
Who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to?
For the highest
Mrs. Jackson Miller, and I'm going to say counsel. We have not had the opportunity to meet in court, but then the matters that I would meet in, you have not been in any of them, and I would never indicate that it's because you lack confidence. So let us really be factual here.
No, I'm asking a question. You know.
I am saying it did not have any. Well, let me tell you, you're a junior counsel to me. You're a junior counsel to me.
Right now,
I would never think that because you have not appeared in a gang case or you have not appeared in a complex matter in the Court of Appeal, it's because you lack the confidence.
No, what you're doing now is relegating me to junior counsel when I'm asking you the question as a senior journalist.
All right.
No, it
had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with that. It is just that in matters where I could have, my responsibilities were of such that it would have been better to brief counsel in England, which is what we did.
Wow, what a testy exchange. I don't know about you guys, but I have never seen Paula Llewellyn like this in a one-on-one interview, or any interview for that matter. So Paula sat down with Dionne Jackson Miller, and she was talking about her career over the years. And of course, Dionne Jackson Miller had the questions. First of all, I watched the entire interview, and honestly, we expect journalists to ask questions, but hardly ever do we talk about the way that and the type of questions that some journalists ask. Some things you just don't ask. It's like in real life. You know, some questions you just don't ask people. When I look at this interview that Dionne Jackson Miller conducted, you know what it looks like to me? It looked like Dionne Jackson Miller was interrogating and chastising the former DPP about high-profile cases that she presided over. That's crazy to me. I mean, in any career that spans 4 decades, and in Paula's case, she had some successes and she had some that were not successful. And that's just the nature of what she does as a prosecutor. This question that Dionne Jackson Miller was asking the DPP, it was very outrageously rude. It's a rude probing question, asking someone if their failure to act stemmed from a lack of confidence to acquit herself is a judgmental and an insulting question. Boy, me I forgive it to Paula, you know. Paula come like me, you know. I think me and Paula rule and I need the same zodiac sign. And me I tell you guys, enough people would have sat in that interview and let that slide. But Paula was not here for it. She stopped Dionne Jackson Miller dead in her track with her rude question and said, "Who are you talking to?" You know, when I hear some people talk about Paula Llewellyn and the things that they say about her, whether it be defense attorneys, some politicians, you have some people who say some horrible things about this woman. What folks don't understand is Paula has been doing this type of work for a very long time, about 40 years of her life. Paula is the first female top DPP in the country, a country that had the highest homicide rates in the region and perhaps among bigger countries in the world. Paula Llewellyn had one of the most dangerous jobs for a long time. People don't take that into consideration. Now, to the question that Dionne Jackson Miller asked Paula, how can you test the confidence of Paula? That is crazy to me that that question would even occur to Dionne Jackson Miller, let alone to pass her lips. The question that she asked Paula, it's kind of a loaded question, and it can be taken and interpreted as a condescending question and can put the person on defensive mode. Yes, to me, when I heard it, before it went viral, it was condescending to me. You're talking to one of the most senior prosecutors in the country who has seen it all, been there, done that, and survived it. And you're going to ask the woman about her confidence of all the questions? This is crazy. You know, there are other aspects of this interview that I heard from Dionne Jackson Miller. And it's like she was putting Paula on trial for all the cases that she presided over, the high-profile cases. I don't understand Dionne Jackson Miller as somebody who is a member of the legal fraternity. You know, we understand or should understand both sides of it, from the prosecutor side to defense side. So some of them questions when me hear she ask woman is like she deliberately come with her sword drawn for take off Paula head for the cases them where she presided over. That's how I interpreted the whole thing. And that's why you see sometimes it don't make no sense you sit down with some of them journalists here. And that's the truth. Even though you want to be transparent, you want to speak to the people and stuff like that. But you got to be so careful, because I'm sure that Paula probably did not want to go on any interview and have to get out like that. It really is an uncomfortable thing, you know, I imagine for her and also for the viewers too. Dionne Jackson Miller seemed like she was having a good time. This is not funny. When Paula referred to her as junior counsel, was that condescending? No, it was not. It was to say that I have the experience that you don't. So how are you going to test my confidence? That's crazy. You understand? And sometimes when people talk about these high-profile cases in the public, Paula made some points that you don't have the entire case file. So you're not looking at the thing in its entirety. And when you do have the opportunity to do that, then you may have a different perspective. You understand, guys? So, boy, I feel like said Dionne need to retire, you know. Come off of this journalist something, because it is so offensive, some of the things that she says to people when they sit down with her. Journalism is not about making your guests feel inferior to you or to intimidate them or to embarrass them. And that's the vibe that I get from Dionne Jackson Miller in recent times, the way that she speaks to people. If you ask me, guys, this interview was a total embarrassment for a DPP or a former DPP who is basically saying a farewell to the nation after serving for so long. For her to have this interview on all angles and for it to go south in the way it did, it looks bad. And it's a shame that it had to be that way. But guys, let me know what you think in the chat. Did you see this interview? Do you think Paula was too defensive, or was she defending herself because the journalist here, Dionne Jackson Miller, was being condescending? Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.
Have anything to do with your confidence as to whether you could acquit yourself and the office?
Who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to?
For the highest court?
Mrs. Jackson Miller, and I'm going to say counsel. We have not had the opportunity to meet in court, but then the matters that I would meet in, you have not been in any of them, and I would never indicate that it's because you lack confidence. So let us really be factual here.
No, I'm asking a question, you know.
I am saying it did not have any. Well, let me tell you, you're a junior counsel to me. You're a junior counsel to me.
Right now,
I would never think that because you have not appeared in a gang case or you have not appeared in a complex matter in the Court of Appeal, it's because you lack the confidence.
No, what you're doing now is relegating me to junior counsel when I'm asking you the question as a senior journalist.
No, all right.
No, it
had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with that. It is just that in matters where I could have, my responsibilities were of such that it would have been better to brief counsel in England, which is what we did.